The contents of this show are intended for news and educational purposes only. Any products or services presented should not be construed as an endorsement by this station or Tracy Communications. All trademarks and trade names are the individual properties of their respective owners. Welcome to Brandworth TV, America's premier show dedicated to helping businesses grow their brands. A showcase of successful businesses and their leaders, advertising news, tips of the trade, and thought-provoking and entertaining ads. Brandworth TV is brought to you by American Flatbread Frozen Pizza, Fratello's Italian Grill and Homestead Restaurants. Also by Pellet, New Hampshire Center for Laser and Medical Aesthetics. Here's our host, Kevin Tracy.
Welcome to Brandworth TV. If you're interested in business, advertising, marketing, and growing your brand, you're in the right place. Today's show is going to feature Cindy Brown, the CEO of the world-famous Boston Duck Tours. You'll get the inside scoop about this great Boston treasure. Many people ask me what it takes to start a new company. Well, our second interview features management from a startup company that's only a few weeks old, Pellet, New Hampshire Center for Laser and Medical Aesthetics. With any luck, they're going to make me look good. In the I wish I had thought of that category, I just viewed a commercial for TC Bank in Taiwan. I really love this ad. There's no celebrity serving as a spokesperson in this ad, but rather the ads are about ordinary people, their values, their dreams, their love. And when I first saw the ad, I didn't think it had anything to do with the bank. But on reflection, when it ended, I found it made perfect sense. It was not difficult to be emotionally affected by these extraordinary tales of humanity depicted in the ad. It left me appreciating how much emotional elements can help financial institutions touch customers' hearts and influence their banking decisions. Take a look at this fabulous ad.
人为什么活着？为了思念，为了活下去，为了活更长，还是为了离开？
去骑摩托车吧！啊！
五个台湾人，平均年龄81岁，一个重听，一个得了癌症。3个有心脏病，每一个都有退化性关节炎。6个月的准备，环岛13天。1139公里，从北到南，从黑夜到白天，只为了一个简单的理由。人为什么要活着？
Amazing storytelling. By the way, what's with Apple's new TV ad for the iPhone 5S? The ad's called Metal Mastered, and it's set to the song Ooh La La by Goldfrapp, which, by the way, has been used in several other commercials, including one for Motorola. It's this host's opinion that they could have done so much better. There's no real information there, and as J. Walter Thompson once said, a reason to believe. Just some creative director's artisty dream. We'll be right back with our first business feature, but I'd like you to take a look at this very funny ad from Kmart. Comedy in ads can really bring attention to your product, but the downside is the ad gets stale after a few views. So if you do comedy, you better have a big budget to keep the campaign fresh. This Kmart ad is so funny, I almost shipped my pants.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
What does it take to have extraordinary advertising? It takes creativity. It takes experience. It takes empathy. It takes vision. It takes imagination. It takes a God-given sense of knowing the difference between what's good and what's great, and never settling for good. It takes innovation, but most of all, it takes courage. Tracy Communications, creating engaging, branded, award-winning content for all types of media. TracyCommunications.com.
Welcome back. Today we're at the world-famous Boston Duck Tours, and we're here to interview Cindy Brown, who is the CEO. Welcome, Cindy.
Thanks for coming.
So you have something I'm sure every single viewer in my audience knows about. You've been around how long?
We've been around for 19 years. We just had our anniversary about 3 weeks ago.
And you probably are world famous, right?
I'd say so. We definitely have visitors from across the globe and, you know, incredible media from everywhere you can imagine.
If they haven't actually gone on a tour, they've probably seen all the major sports teams on your ducks going through the city when they're celebrating, right?
Let me tell you, that was one of the highlights of my career, is doing the parades, particularly the Red Sox back in '04 when they first won. But when the Red Sox won, it really was truly a moment in history. It was amazing to be part of it.
So how many ducks do you have?
We have up to 29 that run during our peak season, 28 with one reserve, but really 28 ducks is a huge fleet, and we've grown that steadily over the years.
As you know, I have a twin brother that is also in the business.
I do.
Out in Seattle, and I found it interesting that the captains, at least in Seattle, they have to be sea captains, they have to have licenses, is that
They
true?
have to have a U.S. Coast Guard license, a commercial driving license, and then also throw in the fact that they have to be funny and safe and smart. It really is a very, very difficult job. We go for humorous people that have the personality, and then we teach them everything else as long as they have the boating experience to even start the process.
What is a tour like? What is it? You get on the duck.
You get
and
on the
what
duck, you get a welcome. We tell them about the tour being about freedom, fun, and firsts. The city of Boston has 1 million firsts that started here. It's fun, obviously, and we talk about freedom and the fight for freedom. We go through the streets of Boston. We point out historical sites, architectural sites, famous firsts, and then we splash right into the Charles River. You get a beautiful view of Cambridge and Boston from the duck. We let children or guests that are adults come up and drive the duck, and then we come out of the water, finish on land, and it's about a 90-minute tour. It really is a great way to start your experience in Boston because you get a great overview, and then afterwards you can go visit the Constitution or Bunker Hill or Faneuil Hall, all the things that we show you during the tour.
What did you do to start people understanding and knowing about your business? And what did you do? Marketing? Did you buy TV? What did you do?
We did a lot of marketing. We did have a radio ad, which was very funny. It was like dun 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 dun. What's this big orange thing coming down the street? It's a duck. So it was really fun to gather people's attention and get them excited. But really what helped us most was word of mouth. After our first year of operating, when we literally begged people to take a tour and explaining what it was, after that, people started talking about it and writing us letters, and we were getting a lot of free press, and that ended up really growing and snowballing. And to this day, we do very little paid advertising. It's primarily word of mouth. And now with social media, You can go on Yelp and TripAdvisor and our website and see everything you want to know about the tour in 5 minutes flat.
So that's bad news, because that means you're not going to advertise with me on my show, right? But what do you call your captains? Do you call them captains?
No, conductors.
See, I heard you say conductors, and I'm going, what's conductors?
Conductors, yes. They are
Conductors.
in character and costume, and when they're hired, they create a persona, and they dress up, and they really live that character throughout the tour, which makes it a lot more entertaining than just someone pointing out the sights. They really become their character.
What are some of the funniest characters?
Oh, we've got Guido the gondolier, who's got, you know, the Italian thing going, and everyone's a great family member, and we've got Colonel Duct Tape, and he's covered in duct tape, and everything, you know, Professor Quackenstein. They all come off really like duck type things or military. We've got Danny Disco, who's got platform shoes with fish in them and a big afro wig, but really what makes them comfortable. So a lot of them do their previous jobs or a passion of theirs, and then they build it into their experience at Boston Duck Tours.
Have you ever driven a duck?
Never.
Never?
They would never let me tell you. They let me drive the pickup truck only on occasion. I'm the worst driver. I'm a walker, so I don't even want to go near it.
So this is a big business, right?
Huge. We think we're the largest in the world as far as the number of guests carried per year. Last year we were about 600,000, a little over 600,000 guests during our 8.5-month season.
And I also heard that you're the second most senior employee here.
I am.
Tony, you're the head of maintenance.
He likes to remind me that I'm not the oldest. And actually, the person that is the oldest likes to remind me that I was the third choice to get the job when I got it. So,
what job did you get?
I was a marketing director, but 2 people turned down the job before me. And I turned it down, funny enough, when it was offered to me. The guy that started Boston Duck Tours was my boss out of college. I had an economics degree, and I was working at a bank, and he offered me the job, and I said, no thanks, I'm banking, I'm important, I got an office. Then after a lunch with him, after 2 hours, I said, I'm in. How could I not work at such a fun company and a startup and learn and work hard and hopefully grow it? And here we are today.
So you're one of the owners?
Yes, I am one of the owners, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Anybody ever try to take a swim? Well,
oh yeah. We've had people jump off. We'd have people pee off the side.
Oh
We've
my God.
saved someone who actually is very sad / interesting story. Someone tried to jump off the bridge on the river and kill himself, and we had a driver save that person, which is pretty amazing.
Wow, did that make any news?
No, we didn't want to exploit it, but we knew what happened, and the person actually contacted us later to thank us. But things that you wouldn't even imagine could happen on the river happens.
So let's just very quickly, safety. Tell me about safety. How do I know I'm going to come on your duck and I'm going to be safe?
We put a lot of importance on safety. You can see we're in a huge garage where we have 18 full-time mechanics working on the vehicles every day. They have maintenance checks by the driver. They have maintenance checks by the mechanics. They have weekly, daily, monthly checks. They do an annual audit by regulatory agencies. So we put a lot into that, as well as training the conductors on man overboard drills and safety in general. It's the kind of thing where we do everything that we can do, so if there ever is an accident or a tragedy, that they're going to do the best that they can given what they have. And, knock wood, we've had a great safety record so far. It's something that we're proud of and something that we work on literally every day.
So people are probably safer on the duck than they are trying to drive to get to you, right?
Probably, especially if I'm on the road.
Yeah. Listen, this has been great. I wish you continued success. I think it's fun. I can't wait to do one. I haven't done one here. I did one in Seattle.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how you think the two compare. They're very different from what I hear. I haven't done Seattle yet.
I'm a little prejudiced.
Of course you are.
By the way, I've been on his tours, and boy, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's a great industry, and I work with great people, and I love the city. It's a great city. I couldn't be in a better place. For someone who went to school for economics and banking and ended up in tourism, couldn't be luckier, couldn't be happier.
It's got to be much better than banking.
Much better, much better. The perks are much better.
Cindy, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for being here.
We're going to be right back right after this.
Palais, New Hampshire Center for Laser and Medical Aesthetics. Our state-of-the-art laser and light-based treatments, beauty solutions using injectables such as Botox and dermal fillers, and aesthetic treatments to enhance your skin and maintain a healthy, glowing complexion are now here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Are you ready for flawless skin? Then call our medical professionals at Palais, New Hampshire Center for Laser and Medical Aesthetics, 603-627-7000. At Hampstead Hospital, we are committed to providing our patients and families effective treatment in a caring environment. Our highly skilled and experienced staff assesses patients' unique treatment needs. We are dedicated to listening to patients and their families. Our programs include child, adolescent, and adult psychiatric services, drug and alcohol treatment, and programs for developmental disorders. Learn more by visiting hampsteadhospital.com.
Have you been wondering what's hot and what's not in advertising, marketing, and public relations? With the news you can use, here's Kevin Tracy.
Ad Age reports that Nestle brand Butterfinger plans to take on Hershey's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Nestle has bought a Super Bowl spot plugging the new peanut butter cup version of the classic Butterfinger. Brand manager Jeremy Vandervoort said that the ads are under development, but they will keep the brand's clever, irreverent personality. When it comes to TV ad prices, football is number one. American Idol is number two. NBC's Sunday Night Football will cost you an average of $593,700, and American Idol will cost you $355,946. That's still down from their golden days when they were getting over $500,000 a spot. If you were buying media for your client, it could mean around $90,000 a spot to your agency. Great business if you can get it. Netflix may soon have more subscribers than HBO. According to Reed Hastings, Netflix CEO, the Emmy-awarding series House of Cards and a large library of films and TV shows are the reason for the growth. McDonald's is revamping its dollar menu and renaming it Dollar Menu and More. It's a move that'll add pricier items to the value offering. The company's CEO, Don Thompson, said that the menu will be rolled out on a national basis and supported by national advertising dollars. He didn't supply any details on when the menu would launch, but a spokeswoman confirmed that all restaurants will be selling the Dollar Menu and More on November 4th, with advertising launching on November 11th. We'll be right back with our second guest, but first let's take a look at this classic commercial from MapQuest. Sometimes you're taking your life in your hands when you're asking for directions. Ouch!
Hey, can you tell me? Oh my God!
I'm in the mood for conversation. I'm in the mood for dinner and friends. A little laughter and libation. Relaxation, celebration.
Are you in the mood for amazing Italian food in a beautifully restored historic place? In the mood for a banquet for 200? In the mood for happy hour, Monday to Friday, 4 to 6? Then you're in the mood for Fratello's.
Yeah, I'm in the mood for Fratello's.
Welcome back. Today we're at Palais, the New Hampshire Center for Laser and Medical Aesthetics, and I have two beautiful women with me today. I have the Executive Vice President, and her name is Laura Morgan, and I also have the Executive Director, who is Caroline Pierce, and she's an RN. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you guys today?
Great. Fabulous day.
Yeah, it is a nice day out there, isn't it? Your place is so beautiful. I came in the first time and I was just, this is interesting because it's so beautiful, but it's sort of in a warehouse building. How did that happen?
The idea was that to have a center that would not be on the main street, not on the beaten path. Beauty and some of the laser activities that are done here are private and they're personal. So if we're right in the middle of Manchester, however, we're off the little bit of the beaten path, then I think that our clientele will be more comfortable, men and women.
That makes sense. It does make sense. You don't want to walk out of a place and have everybody see that you've just had some kind of procedure or something, right?
Exactly, yeah. And it is private and it's easy access and parking is great. And, you know, we have multiple, we do have like, you know, an exit area. So if someone, you know, knew somebody in the waiting room post-procedure, they'd be able to exit out to the parking lot without being seen. And it's a personal choice to have medical aesthetics.
So tell me, what do you guys do here? Just as a quick laundry list, what are the certain things, Caroline, tell me, what do you do here?
We do a variety of things. We have an aesthetics program, which most people know as, facials. But we do have master estheticians who work here. We do medical type facials, microdermabrasion. We use Glymed and a Dermasound machine. That's sort of like power washing the face, but you have to be trained. It's a very specific treatment modality. Then on top of that, our skin consultants, along with me, we work together. So you have the medical piece and the aesthetics piece, and try to really create the treatment modality that's right for that specific client. And we have a medical director who's Dr. Michelle Sassmore, so it is a medically driven aesthetics practice.
You also do Botox, right?
We do injectables, absolutely. We call them muscle relaxants because there are a variety. We use Botox and Dysport here at Palais, and we also do dermal fillers, but we also, in conjunction, utilize lasers to help soften and resurface the skin.
So this is new, a new place, a new business. Laura, you tell me what ever made you decide to go into this business to begin
Our
with?
background for the area is self-storage, and then we went into records management. And my husband's an entrepreneur, and so looking in the news, finding out what the trends are, and he was reading the newspaper at the famous Red Arrow Diner here in Manchester, and he read about what was happening in California and Texas and Chicago, which is tattoo removal, and it really hadn't hit the East Coast yet. And so that was the article, and he looked to his left, and he looked to his right, and he looked ahead of him, and they all had tattoos, including the chef. And he said, oh my gosh. And so that was 4 years ago. And yet, doing the research, he went out, got the website, he went and started collecting articles and finding out that it is medically, a medical practice, and it needs to be covered by medical in the state of New Hampshire. So with working, trying to find that individual, we went to the entrepreneur player for a couple of other businesses until the day came when I met Caroline at a business networking meeting, and she stood up and said, I'm a registered nurse moving into Manchester, New Hampshire from the coast, and I've been trained in lasers, and I do tattoo removal. And when I heard the words, it all came together.
Tattoo removal. That's interesting because people get tattoos and sometimes later in life they go, why did I do that?
What was I thinking?
What was I thinking? What kind of things are you and Charlie doing to market this company?
Well, the world lives through the internet, right? So that's a place to start, but also reaching out to friends and families and acquaintances and looking for those that would be interested but maybe have not taken the step in to discover or learn about injectables or laser treatments. So we're putting private parties together where someone could bring in a group, 15, 20 girls, ladies that would be interested in coming in, and we would make an exclusive private party. They could learn about that, they could have discount activities.
That sounds like a great idea, especially for a new business to do that. And another thing that I've found very successful for me and many of my clients is to do speaking engagements. What is the single thing that you would probably put your hat on that says, come here because you can't get it somewhere else?
I'd like to answer that because I've been in this field I've been a nurse for 27 years. I have seen over the last decade that there are many practitioners out there doing medical aesthetics, but they may be primary care, internists. You can go into your dentist's office now, your eye doctor. What I think differentiates us is that we are not jack of all trades. This is our specialty. It's what we do. Mm-hmm. Medical aesthetics is what we do.
Is this business sort of a one of a kind in southern New Hampshire?
I would say so. There are in southern New Hampshire, there are many plastic surgeon practices. Our plastic surgeon medical director, Dr. Sassmore, has a practice in Newburyport, but she doesn't, it's not a spa-like experience.
What's in the future for the business?
Well, we do have room to expand in our facility here. And so along the lines of medical is that the massage that would be medical treated. Again, you have cancer patients that have situations where they can't just go get a relaxing massage, but it's medically done. We could do hair and nails and pedicures, which is along the spa side, but really focusing on medical. And if we expand into those other beauty services, we could do it all under one roof.
60 is the new 50? Is that the way it's said, or is it 50? No, 60 is the new 50, right?
All right, let's go 45.
Yeah, let's do 45.
All right. All right.
Because the new 50 is the new 35.
Right.
60 is the new 50, or the 60 is the new 45, and 50 is the new 35, etc.
And so we can match the outside with the inside.
This has been a fun interview. I wish you the very best. I love entrepreneurs. I love the fact that you're creating jobs and doing new things, and it's very exciting. And you just have to tell me, what is your slogan one more time?
Palais, are you ready for flawless skin?
I'm ready for flawless skin. I hope you are too. We'll be right back.
We take earth and fire and water and sky and a little bit of sunshine too. We put the staff of life with savory surprise and make it flat out good for you. We make fun food nutritious, American flatbread, and good food delicious, American flatbread, honestly delicious, American flatbread.
Go to afbcoupons.com for $2 off.
Here's Kevin with this week's Guerrilla Marketing Tips.
This week's guerrilla marketing tip is that you don't have to be a big company with a big budget to use video to promote your brand. Advances in technology allow less expensive shooting and editing of videos. You can shoot and edit yourself with any high-definition handheld camera, and you can go to iMovie to edit it. Or you can go to a school that offers degrees in multimedia production and ask for student volunteers. You'll be surprised at how good some of those students are. Or hire a professional. Place these videos on your website. Web crawlers seek video as much, if not more, than keywords. Post it on YouTube, Blip TV, and many other video hosting sites. Remember, people remember what they see and hear with much greater retention than what they just see or they just hear.
So relaxing, so inviting, just like home, but more exciting. Where you wanna go, where you wanna go, the Homestead Restaurant, where you wanna go.
Welcome to Homestead Restaurant. Enjoy fabulous food, cocktails, and fireside dining in a truly authentic country home setting. Happy hour Monday through Thursday, 4 to 6.
The Homestead Restaurant, where you wanna go.
And now back to our host, Kevin Tracy.
That does it for this week's Brandworth TV. We hope that you found something in today's show that'll help you build your brand. Having you involved is important to us, so if you have an idea, a guest, a topic, or a comment for the show, please let us know by visiting our website, brandworth.tv. Tweet us at BrandworthTV, or visit us on Facebook. I'm Kevin Tracy, and remember, your brand is a promise, so match your promise to the priorities of the marketplace, and it will lead to a preference. Think positive and have a great week.